Ready. So this is the Heritage Fest Committee volunteer meeting, May 22nd, 2023. Angela, you're going to be the one with the updates, so you're going to be the one with the updates.
Yeah. All right. So, car show, we have 25 registered as of today. And we haven't really done much but put it out on social media. So, June is going to be our push month. And then Wayne brought car show list. I make copies if we want to kind of divide and conquer. We all kind of want to take one, and then I can make copies of flyers to hand out. Whatever sounds good to everyone else. I'll go to. My husband will go to some, and I'll hand out flyers with him.
And what I think too is like those are really like the ones from like last year that we kind of like the bigger like high rating shows that we go to. So like even some of the cruise nights that put on like the big one really is Lakeside. And you'll see that there's a top burger and I don't even know what to do yet, but you know close here. But like this weekend there's going to be a few, which obviously I can't hit them all, but there's a couple big ones there. So that's kind of like the big. These are kind of like the real show kickoffs, and then we kind of, so I kind of cycled it. So once we start getting in that July-ish, then that's really when the big shows really start. Or they kind of pull our cars for our shows.
Right.
Big shows in July.
So the ones this weekend and the ones in July are the ones that we're gonna want to hit the most of them.
Yeah, and these aren't like too crazy. There's a few of them, but it's really like the, like I said, the big ones are like the one cruise night on Monday is like a real big one. And then this weekend there's a bunch of stuff going on in Rochester. And then after that point, it's really that June 3rd kind of weekend. That's when they start really kind of kicking off. So.
Is there a goal for the money you're actually going to pay?
More than last year.
We went all of them.
I mean,
What did you have last year?
230 something.
I think 237.
And the year before was what? Because last year was way more.
Yeah, it was 175.
My personal goal is 4.
Wow.
I say 5 now that we got Van Dyke shut down. 5. Go for 5.
Crazy.
I would be good with going for 5. I just.
You were being realistic. I get it.
I had 400 down payment.
It'd be amazing.
And how, you've only done social media, and then you'll go.
I also mailed out sponsor forms to everyone once. Or not sponsor forms, registration forms.
Who have been in it before.
Who had been in it before.
Do we send like a letter out to like Quebec Home and different?
So we do on social media. So we do a lot of we do both ways. So we do a lot of like through their like what usually like I'll do is I'll look into like clubs. So I'll like pick through like certain quarterback clubs or pallet clubs or rail clubs, like that. Or like some of them like I'll go like to the GUC, like they're on our list for in June, like they're having a big quarterback show in Rochester for the actual line. I'll go to that one and I'll do their flyers. So that's kind of how we do those.
I was just thinking because the Culvers on 24 and Brown, they do their car show on Wednesday, and I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think that's on his
Okay, cool.
calendar, yeah.
I wasn't
Yep.
sure, like, if, I've been there
Yep.
several times, so I wasn't sure if you like to just take a poster on the bulletin board or put out flyers.
He
We do it.
throws them in windows.
Okay,
He
cool.
told me.
Perfect.
Yeah, we
Just
go.
throw them, toss them in.
Yeah, and that's why we were kind of looking for some volunteers because that was the tough part. Because some of our cruises are on the same Wednesdays or they're on the same ones. So that's like last year we were trying to see like Rick went to a couple times and went out to Culver's. We try to swap them up so we're not always going to the same place every time and missing another place.
Because they don't go every day.
Right.
Yeah, they could
That's
just
the balance.
yes.
One thing I just thought of though, now that we have all of our registration and payment that can be done online, I'll make a post with the link to the Heritage Festival page directly where all of the corresponding links are that you can share to those that way, because we're sharing this as a QR code, but if they're scrolling through and wanna, click into it all right then.
Yes, I have 50 so far that are committed to me that are coming already. But how it goes, they're not gonna register until, they're just gonna roll in already, so, meeting clubs and stuff, we need 50 cards. So we are here 25, so we're at 75 already.
What's the cost for registration again, for, is it
$15.
Yeah, 15, 20,
yeah, so $5 cheap?
And we're not just looking for classic cars, we're looking for. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Cool, yeah.
There's a lot of categories
Okay.
for that class.
But we're not even really calling it a fest, we're not calling it a
Nope.
classic car show this year for
Yeah.
that reason.
So,
To open it up.
yeah, because we had like some people yesterday, like last year, like one guy's like, well, I can do brand new Corvette that says classic on the flyer, can I come? And we're like, yeah, of course, but it's just, we wanted to kind of weed out that, people just thinking that they had to have a classic that could really bring anything. And then we even had like some vintage campers that were in Romeo last year, they were like, hey, would you guys even let a vintage camper come? So we wanted to make sure this year, we made sure we put it out there that anybody that has something kind of cool can bring it on the show and potentially get an award, hang out and have a good time.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I'm not sure if there's anything else on the car show specifically. We updated our flyers and stuff. to Show that we're updated.
Publish that. I know eventually we wanted to work on the map now.
Yes, so now, right, the next thing we gotta do is the map and schedule of events.
Because the thought was too, which I know we haven't talked about it yet, but I'm assuming that they would have an officer on north and southbound Van Dyke. 'Cause
They are,
The
yeah.
thought was is hopefully we could talk to them and say, hey, if you have a classic car coming towards you, can you then push them through instead of having them go to some weird route?
Yeah,
To
we
get
can
in.
do that.
Basically, so, because the thought was that if they're coming south, from the north and south, they could park on Van Dyke, basically an angle this way, the businesses and the ones coming from the south,
Right.
the opposite angle, which would make it really easy for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I can talk to Chief Martin about
Or like I said, we have to find somebody to volunteer.
Yeah.
Flag
Stick
down.
one at each, in case of water, tell them, hey,
Because again, like, one thought again, like when I was talking about A&W's again too, I don't know if they like this idea or not. That was a thought. I know people kind of kicked around last year, but we know what time the show ends, and we know we have to run closer to 5. I mean, again, it's up to anybody how much work we want to put into it, but if A&W wanted to, we could technically make A&W kind of like the cruising
the
spot
amber
after,
spot.
and they could actually,
They would
and
love
and the
this.
cars could actually leave and parade down Van Dyke to
That would be
A&W.
amazing. So they haven't gotten me the person that organized the car show number yet, but they told me that they want to be as involved as possible.
Yeah.
So they would.
Awesome.
So I figured, some will probably leave, but maybe you'll get
Right.
30 or 40 cars that will go
Yeah.
down Van Dyke.
And by that time, people are going to be hungry again too. So
While it's closed, there's a perfect route for them and everyone watching.
That'd be awesome.
We
Yeah,
don't need to
they'll
put that
have to be
into.
prepared with lots of food.
Yeah, and then maybe we can kind of
I know
prepare
don't
them.
send all of your employees home because it's.
Right.
Like, you're slow now, but it's an hour.
Well, I figured that way too.
500 cars.
500.
So yeah, hopefully we can tie them in when we get a chance to meet them and kind of put them together and
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah, for sure.
Do we wanna go over the sheet, or do you want to do it at the end of the meeting? Just
The car shows.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hand them out,
Okay.
and then anyone who wants, I made 10 copies, and then anyone who wants to
Yeah.
take whatever shows.
Yeah, just let me, or just,
Yeah.
if anyone sees something, just let me know and I'll mark it off my list, so that way I know that.
And then if anyone else wants to take any, they're up here, he has like the days.
Yeah. And then these are, like I said, these are really the big ones for now, and then as we get closer in the calendar month, I'll just print them in to go, because that way some of the shows might not be in there yet, so I don't want to print
Yeah.
all the way until September. I'd rather just get them as they come in.
Honestly, I was kind of thinking I would just subscribe to Cruisin', because I really want to see our ad in there.
Okay. Yeah,
It's not like for a year, it wasn't.
it's $30.
Yeah, it wasn't that much. And our logo is on their website, and I get so excited to put it on there. Is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else that we haven't
The only thing,
touched on.
and again, I wasn't sure if you wanted to deal with it yet tonight, but I kind of jotted down, all the vendors we had for the door prizes, so I have kind of a
Oh,
little cheat
yeah,
sheet.
yeah.
So I guess we could discuss how we want to do it, because like I said, some of these I have already, their emails, it might be easy for me to just knock off so many, and if someone wants to grab a handful of the rest, whatever we want to do, I guess like.
Yeah, I can make, do you want me to make copies and then we
Yeah.
can
Then I can
divide
maybe,
and conquer?
yeah, and then I can tell you which ones I'll take, and if people want to grab some of the other ones, because it's like some of them are, you actually gotta knock on the door and you kind of don't want to answer you, so.
Okay.
Those are
yeah.
probably easier for someone, like I'll grab the ones that I know are good on emails,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
That works
yeah.
for me. Yep, I can make copies and then you can, actually, do you wanna asterisk the ones that you got and then I'll make copies and I'll know what?
Yep.
Perfect, thank you. Sponsorships, we have 5 committed currently. And that was really without doing any kind of push, so, I'm not sure we want to keep the categories the same.
Do you have the sheet with the categories? That's what I was just looking for in my pile of stuff. No. We can-
Get it for everyone after we.
Yeah.
individual meetings, so. I don't think they're bad, I just kind of think that. Just comparing to other fall festivals, we ask a lot for not very much.
Do we?
So
Maybe we should look at it then.
my thought was, now that we have Ramsey doing our banners for class of 2023, what if we made the light pole banners part of the top sponsorship, where we have the Heritage Festival logo on there, and then
Mm-hmm.
also the business logo on the bottom.
That'd be super
So we
nice, I
have the
think.
light poles for, I think $68 or $75
Yeah.
for a banner, and that was only ordering 14.
And how many do we have?
25 or 26.
It'd probably still be the same price, but that's not.
She said it goes down every like 5.
Oh, really?
She gives
Okay.
us a few dollars off every 5, so.
Okay.
Kind of feels two birds, one stone, because we get pretty rich.
We get better banners. Yeah.
And, businesses have their logos up. Also, on that note, at the same time, I could probably do some ones with arrows
Mm-hmm.
parking, specifically for just
Mm-hmm.
DPW, just throw them up on Friday.
Not a bad idea. But yeah, we should probably review the sponsorship levels and see what we can do better, maybe.
Just see how they compare. How do they compare?
We ask a lot for
Less.
a lot less. And Dryden, and not that we should ever want to be Dryden, I'm not saying on YouTube. I think their top tier is like $500, and they get as much as we are asking for $1,500 or $2,000 plus, like, more.
I'd say let's look at Romeo's and
So-
see where we sit against what they're doing.
And I personally think we still offer less than, okay, looked at Romeo, I looked at Oxford, I looked at a few surrounding that, even some that weren't really comparable to us, and, not that we're bad to our sponsors, I just feel like if we could offer a little
Something more.
something,
Absolutely.
then-
Yep.
Vendors, I have 22 registered. That is also, I emailed all of the ones I have emails for the last 2 years and mailed anyone that I didn't have an email on file. And weekly I get calls to mail some out, so.
How many vendors did we have last year? Not 22 even, did we?
I don't even think.
Yeah,
I think we have
That's
under
awesome.
30.
Good.
We had 30 last year?
We had under 30.
Under 30.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm not sure of the exact number, but.
Good.
I think
I feel like that's more than we had last year.
the very
Yes.
next step
Yeah.
is gonna have to be us making a map, or at least going out, well, a map of us
Measuring.
going out there and measuring and marking
How many?
how many spots. Because at some point, we're probably gonna have
Yeah, we need to schedule a meeting.
to, what?
So we need to schedule a meeting.
Yeah, and I thought maybe at our next events meeting, we could go through this part too, and then if we can get the businesses to commit, like, or the restaurants, to say, you know, this is what, we're gonna participate, we're gonna offer some kind of special venue. Even if we don't, we're not specific on the map of what they're doing, we can just know on the map where they're at, you know.
Mhm.
That's what I was thinking was, Roots, barbecue, and to-go meals, so that you can look at it in a glance and know what
And I
they
think
have. And
Maria's
then the vendors too.
Yeah.
It's good to know if there's a vendor showing up, and then you're more likely to attend.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think as soon as we get the map, and I want to do the schedule of events on one side and the map on the other. And then we can,
So that's gonna have to start right away.
yeah, and I think the schedule, like the schedule and the map need to be, we need to get on it before probably the June meeting if we can.
I just did.
And I think that would be helpful too, if we had that ready to hand out when we hand out, even if I can maybe on these, I can do half of the schedule, half of it math on the back, and then we could, I don't know. What do you think?
No, because
Because they mailed us that.
Yeah.
Maybe you could top that. You know, like
maybe just
put the map on top.
Are the car guys even gonna care what else is there? No.
No.
Perfect.
Send a magnifying glass with it. Might be a little small.
And those vendors aren't including, like, I think you guys wanted to do, you're just gonna do a sidewalk, or you're gonna have a booth for,
I'm not doing the booth.
no, okay, are you gonna have your stuff outside those things? Okay, perfect. And I think Randazzo's is gonna do the same.
I think the businesses should. I think that's great. Yeah. I think that'd be great for you guys.
I won't have to pack up and move.
Right? Wouldn't that be nice?
I thought once we visit the sponsorships and the levels and what they get, for businesses along Van Dyke, maybe they can get a Clorox sign for the front window that says, we sponsor,
Oh, that'd be awesome.
yeah.
That'd be so
depending
cute.
on the- Rather, if they don't get a day banner.
So I talked to Frank, I haven't talked to him since, I don't know, the end of it. He asked me if I would talk to the new owner of the theater and see if we could put something on that sign, and so I'm gonna see what I could get for that size on both sides, and just have, potentially something made, because I talked to the new owner, and he said he was fine with that. He also said he was fine if we wanted to put something on the side of the building, but I think on the sign would be pretty cool. And it would look nicer for the day out too, to have something up there. Early Park looks great.
Doesn't it? Oh my gosh. I know, I saw it today.
They did that today.
Mhm.
It
Looks so much
it
better.
looks better than I've seen it.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever.
Alright, so that's the vendors. Obviously the MDOT approved our request to shut down Van Dyke. Most everyone has been very positive about that.
Most.
I had a few emails about how inconvenient it would be for them to get out of their driveway and hit her today. But other than that, all
It's a day.
in the
It's
night.
a day. Try living on St. Clair
When it's
whenever
awesome.
there's a wreck on Van Dyke.
Yeah.
You know, and it's blocked off.
Right.
Yeah. It's a day.
So I think as long as we all kind of just keep being positive about it, it seems like the majority of the community embrace the idea. We don't often, we never get the chance to just mill it out. The holiday parade, it's closed only for the parade.
It's very short, yeah.
And for the cold.
And,
Yeah.
and it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be gorgeous weather. I think. Thank you. I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was
This
so
would be pretty
good
cool.
last year, I think this year's gonna be.
And I mean, I'm excited, you know, we always bring our kids up there and Van Dyke is scary.
Right, it is.
So, you know, I feel like you can't really, even like downtown trunk or treat, I'm kind of like,
Yes, I was so nervous.
What's the time frame that they?
7 to 5. So from car,
On that Saturday.
Yep.
yes.
And the car show starts at 9,
It
right?
starts at 9, but we allow cars to start coming in
Yeah.
at 7.
So they're,
Wow,
Well,
good for them.
But they're getting in early now.
They're
It's gonna be hard to block Van Dyke out.
Right.
we might have to utilize our municipal lots if they come in early and then just.
Then shuttle them out.
Close down
Mhm.
and then,
We'll be fine.
but it's not like anyone else is gonna be there that early, besides the car guys.
Yeah.
You know what I just thought about? I need to tell all of our vendors that Van Dyke is gonna be shut down.
Oh, yeah. I think it's better for them too.
Wayne, can I sponsor a prize?
Yeah.
And I'll probably do it like a gift card and do some type of custom apparel for the winner.
That'd be cool.
And then Ian and I are gonna.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
And it's gonna be I Heart the 80s, so
There you go.
it's only gonna be an 80s vehicle.
Sunset Boulevard is gonna be there Friday night.
That's right.
Yeah, actually, that brings up a point too, kind of, you know, that DJ too, and tell him he's moving. So, just so he understands that we gotta kind of retype his,
So when I
speakers and
talked
stuff,
to
yeah.
him the first time, I told him like that's what I was hoping, and he was ecstatic about that possibility.
Makes it like, yeah, because it was hard last year trying to set up those,
That's what he said. He said I need to get there really early because it's really hard to
you know,
set up. So I didn't tell him now. He
Yeah.
comes in sideway too, then he doesn't.
yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough getting them in yesterday, last time, because the cars were surrounding it. And then I guess when we map it out too, we'll figure out what these trailers are gonna go, we're gonna get probably half a dozen, a dozen trailers. So they're gonna wanna be close to Van Dyke, they'll probably find a lot where they can go and unload and then go on Van Dyke.
Um,
What about at Andy's office?
how close do they want to be?
Mhm.
It's a good lot.
That's kind of what I was thinking. If we can get a part that's like already shut down that no
Yeah.
one's gonna park in anyways.
If he's good, yeah, I mean, if he's good with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's down there.
I'm sure Andy just needs to run that by his landlord, but yeah. His new landlord seems to be pretty
Yeah.
easygoing, so I'm sure he can just run it by him and hopefully we could.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
So the other thing that I was going to do this week or next is send a letter out to the businesses and residents that are gonna be affected. And kind of just, I have a map printed out too of what's gonna be closed and, what's gonna be closed to through traffic and what's gonna be local traffic only. So I was gonna send that, and just kind of, I don't know, open communication, just say this is what's happening. You know, we're open to all suggestions and input. What are you saying?
It is what it is. Right now, it is what it is. I mean,
But
I know.
I do understand the
I know.
concerns.
I do
So
too.
if they want, you know, and if there's any suggestions on how to keep Band-Aid shut down but make it easier on them, I'm all ears.
So
So,
just, if you have any questions.
Right.
Yeah.
I think just leave it open and just.
We're just informing you as a courtesy.
Leave it open and then letting them the option to email you, and whether you not do the action on it, you know. It just gives the soundboard.
yeah, sometimes people just need to feel heard.
Yep.
Is there any residents on those things?
Not that I know.
Okay.
Not,
But I don't remember anything other than the quick parade or when we do the.
No.
Not here. I know that
No.
we don't close down except for the parade, and that's usually, you know, people get upset about even that. So I'm hoping we advertise well in advance. People know. That's all you can do. But
Right.
And all we can do is try. If it's terrible and it's
Right.
great, then
We won't do it again.
next year. Yes, yep, so they're all, so when I took them, and, cause when I told Chief Martin that I was requesting it, he said, I'm not even gonna tell anyone, cause I don't wanna get everyone riled up when it's not really gonna get approved. And I said, that's fine, we don't, you know, so then when I took it over there, I was like, so, I think you're gonna have to mandate overtime, and he was like, they didn't approve it. So, yeah, they're gonna have all of their officers and they will call in, the county if they need to, but they think that they've got it under control. I think they have like 13 between full and part-time now, so.
I have to say, I've seen a lot of police presence lately in town. It's been kind of nice.
I was gonna mention that. I
Yes.
felt like there's more in town.
Seriously.
Which is good.
And anytime I go past the schools, there's multiple cars too, which
I
is
noticed that too.
good to
Always.
see. Yes, yeah, always.
Yeah,
Like,
always.
I know usually it was just Mandy, but the last couple of months I see them, multiple of them, so.
That's good.
And they're monitoring that drive too, which is Zod Drive unofficially. They monitor that.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's a shortcut.
Yep, and the speed rates are there. And entertainment, I think that's all. The
That's
drone
all set.
guy is booked. He was gonna be here tonight, but he got stuck in East Lansing, but he said, you know, anything we need, anything we want him to get shots of, just let him know ahead of time. He said, obviously, we want as many shots as possible of all the cars down the other.
Hmm.
Right down.
Mhm.
Right, just right down the middle.
Yep.
Yep.
Go up, turn around, and then go back.
So, really,
Awesome.
that's all the updates from me. Anyone has any ideas? Anything that they
What have you thought about, what about, like contacting, like Channel 7 or channels, you know, like a news station?
So
Let them
I
know.
sent invites and press passes out to all of, to Channel 7, Channel 4, Detroit Free Press, Tri-City Times, Lapeer, County Press. I sent them press passes and an invite. I was going to follow up now that Band-Aid is shut down and send it all again.
Right, I mean, because I've definitely seen on like the local news, like Romeo,
Hmm.
Winter Fest and stuff like that, like come on down, you know, I think that would be
On your list.
so exciting.
Did just post something out.
I saw that.
We have press passes now?
Well, she just made some.
That's cool.
I thought it was cool.
She's like, is this dumb? I'm like, no, I think that's cute.
That's what I have. I had ID badges that say Press Pass on one side, and the other side they say Heritage Festival. And I was like, is this like tacky to send? But I thought maybe if they thought that was like official, they would come. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, another close might be like the radio station, like.
Yeah.
4.7, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Screaming Scott, I've seen, he was just working at Freddie Drive and Romeo, not Romeo, in Mount London, on roller skates the whole day. He was broadcasting live, you know, throughout that. I know the Rip been out at Burger Mud Dogs, and they've done live broadcasts from there too. You know, they're only out there for a short time, maybe a couple hours, but, you know, still they're out there, you know, pumping the, you know, top people where it's at, what's going on.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I will. Hold up everyone.
US 103 is Ross Drive, do that. That's local here.
I think it's gonna be so cool. I'm so excited.
How do you get the celebrities that come and sit autograph? I know they go to St. Clair for their summer festival. I mean, they're not current celebrities. Fun.
Right, but like, yeah, I know what you mean.
I think Rod Stone from 99.5 would probably come. I don't know.
He did Holiday Parade that one year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. I definitely don't know.
Eddie Munster was one. I mean, whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
Whatever is really missing.
And then Mickey Dolenz was one. He's from the money. You know,
I know what these are. I just can't picture which one it is.
Maybe the tall,
The toad. Yeah.
or no, he wasn't the tall one.
Yes.
Yeah. You know,
Oh, now he's gonna want to come.
He was the funniest one. Funny.
Yeah, he's him. Yeah,
Funny is better than anything.
Oh, we don't know who's out there, so.
Oh, yeah.
The largest car show in our area. It's a draw.
Absolutely.
Can we call it? Can we call it that? Can we call it the largest car show in Lapeer County?
It's-
Wayne, do you think we can do that? Do you think that's legit? I know, but do you think it's truthful?
I mean, you beat Romeo now.
Yeah, put that on there, Angela.
Be truthful this year when we have 500 cars.
I mean, that might be pretty cheap.
Is there any other car show that runs on Maitland?
Well,
Not that
Well, no,
not here.
Wasn't there?
Didn't you guys say Bad Axe does theirs on Van Dyke? Or they just have a festival, not a car show?
I think they have a festival. I don't know if they have a car show.
The only car show in Midnight.
The only car show.
We might have to research that a little bit before we say that one. I don't know.
I don't know. if
Right.
there's one.
I never really hear people cruising Van Dyke. I mean, there's cruising Gratiot, there's cruising Grossbeck. I don't think, but we'd have to look. It's true.
Is it on Van Dyke?
Uh-huh.
Is it on Van Dyke?
Down in Warren.
Okay, how about the best car show on Van Dyke? The biggest and best. The biggest and best.
Biggest, best.
You have to start your claim to fame sometime.
That's right.
I don't think
We're
there's
ready.
any other ones. For some reason, everyone's scared to ask, which is fine. But they didn't.
Yeah, once you hit that 455, you're kind
So not to jinx us, but the application process to shut down Van Dyke is, there's two different, there's one application if it's never been done before that you submit. And then every year after that, you just check, there's a different application that just says,
We've done it
Like a-
previous year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do for holidays, same as previous year, so it goes well.
Yeah, technically, you could say the largest car show in the area, because now since the passing of Carl Scholes, when a few of his shows, he had anywhere between 600 and 700 cars show up. So we were using, it was always off Kickback Road, we were using the high school building and athletics field, that we parked all them cars. But, yeah, I mean, his shows used to be
If
big.
you probably say the largest on Van Dyke,
Right.
Yeah,
you probably,
Not
Yeah.
like the county, but that's it.
without anything.
Yeah.
Area is super subjective too,
Right.
though, like, largest in the area, we've been in Elma.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't think there are. There's not here, yeah.
I hate it.
Is there anything else anyone have ideas or suggestions on?
The only thing is, you want to start putting banners up for those cars. And I mean, if we get cheap, get them out early, that's even better for us.
What do you mean on the light poles?
Yeah.
We can put them up whenever we want. What's,
On the light poles or on
Well,
like
we,
corners?
even like where we did like we did an 80s office, even by that curve there,
Over
just
the
to,
road.
just to get,
oh, do we have big banners?
just so they start seeing
I
it,
don't-
knowing the show's coming.
I still have that in my garage.
Some of
Is
those
there a
I
rule?
have still,
No, I don't think
it's
so.
like all the ones we used in years prior, we could.
You can, if you just get Francie to get us new numbers for them, we update the numbers and I
That's what
don't,
we did last year, we just-
yeah, I don't see why I don't, how soon do you want them up? I mean, I wouldn't want them to sit there for 2 months, but put them up end of July maybe. I don't,
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
I don't see that those, the antique show they always have down in Utica, they put their signs up, I would say more than a month in advance. And you see them everywhere. So I don't see why like end of July would be a bad idea.
I kind of would like if there's a couple maybe that say something about the MIP shut down that way. I don't know, I feel like then we're advertising that's on Van Dyke, we're also advertising.
Also,
that it's-
what do those banners look like though? Do we need to make new banners this year?
I mean, they're fine.
I don't remember what they look like. Do they have the old logo on them? We should make new banners.
That's the only reason why I say
Yep.
whatever we want to do. I would
We
say
should
that.
make new ones, I think.
But
Uh-huh.
I do think that if we got likable banners for the sponsors, we could put those up and have them go up directly after the graduate class of 2023.
You think that soon?
Well, I figured the class of 2023 would be up through June probably,
True.
because they won't be in until next week. But yeah, I guess,
They're up too long, then you don't.
You stop looking.
Right, you don't see 'em anymore.
Beginning of July.
Maybe August, mid-August.
You still give you a month.
And then they can stay up afterwards for a week or two also, that's fine. Then we can put, I don't know what we have next, but something else, new ones.
Just because of all the travel, I want to you see we go up and down now.
Mhm.
Be nice to have something.
Yeah.
You're gonna have new banners made, so you usually put the one at the corner by the car wash, right? And then maybe like, if you can use the side of that old theater building and have a banner there, because that would get people's attention, because you're so used to seeing that
Nothing.
ugly building, if you had some sort of banner on the outside, people coming into town.
I also talked to Roots and Dean and Walker, and they both said if I wanted to put something on the sides of their buildings, so people going south can see them too, so I'd like to put one on.
See if Francie can do it.
Yeah.
She has some banners.
Yeah.
She's the sweetest person I think I've ever met.
Show them, show everyone the banner she just made us.
Just sometimes.
We started using her. Angela knows.
Sometimes social, get stuff done, and sometimes not.
Okay.
If you need something done in a hurry and she says she can do it, usually it's a year.
She did this like in a day.
Did she?
I was like, she was like, I can have it, and it was in the evening when I sent it to her. She's like, it was literally a day and a half later. And she's like, okay, it's done. And I was like, oh, okay. But
Yeah, maybe she has some more help or something.
yeah, she was awesome. So I'm excited. That we have someone helpful.
Anything else? So we can all have a quick break before the next one.
I was gonna get volunteer stuff out to the schools before the end of the year, but I actually not gonna do that because I think no kids are gonna remember over the summer.
No.
So,
No.
I'm not gonna, I went to the middle school walkthrough and I was like, is all this gonna be sent home like at the beginning of next year? Because I will not remember the band and all of that stuff by the time we start school.
No.
I'm good, if you're good.
Good. Anyone?
Everyone good?
Anything?
Anything else?
No.
All sounds good.
Cool. Thanks.
You made copies of this and you want copies of the stocks one?
Well, we do categories.
But